So you've got a high IQ. Congratulations. Statistically, you'll probably live longer, ace exams, and land a well-paying job. You've won the genetic lottery, or at least that's what society keeps telling you. But what if I told you that intelligence alone isn't enough? That being brilliant in a test doesn't make you wise in life? That the smartest person in the room often isn't the most successful? This documentary will change how you think about intelligence, success, and what it truly means to be a genius. Welcome to Bright Discovery. Today we explore the hidden flaws in IQ, why logic isn't enough, what separates high performers from high achievers, and why greatness is built, not born. Let's begin. IQ tests are designed to measure your logical reasoning, verbal ability, working memory, and problem-solving under pressure. They're surprisingly good at what they do. High IQ correlates with better academic outcomes, job performance, and even health. It's a solid predictor of how much information you can retain and how quickly you can process it. But here's the twist. IQ is only a slice of the mental pie. What IQ doesn't measure is your judgment, your creativity, your emotional awareness, your ability to navigate failure or persuade or inspire. It can't tell us how well you'll make life decisions, whether you'll invest wisely, handle pressure, or avoid self-sabotage. In other words, IQ measures capacity, not character. It tells us what the brain can do, not what it will do. Let's break a myth. We've all grown up with the idea that genius equals high IQ, that somewhere out there are brilliant minds effortlessly outsmarting the world. But the data tells a different story. Consider this. In the 1980s, a survey of Mensa, the High IQ Society, found that over 40% of its members believed in astrology, and over half believed in aliens. Brilliant? Perhaps? Rational? Not always. Because being smart doesn't mean being wise. We've all met people who are book smart but socially blind, who ace exams but can't navigate real-life dilemmas, who can solve complex equations but can't hold a conversation. Why? Because IQ isn't enough. Life isn't a multiple-choice test. It's messy, it's emotional, it's unpredictable. And intelligence, real intelligence, is about more than logic. It's about good thinking. That means knowing when to pause before reacting, weighing conflicting evidence, recognizing your own biases, making decisions that align with reality, not just theory. These are the decisions we make every day: what to eat, whether to trust someone, how to navigate relationships or workplace politics. IQ tests? They don't touch that. And that's the danger. They give us a false sense of security that we're smart enough. But intelligence without wisdom is like a map without a compass. IQ tests don't measure values. They don't tell us whether someone will use their mind for good or harm. Some of history's most destructive figures were extremely intelligent. Logic alone is not morality. Cleverness is not character. Here's a simple truth. It's possible to be brilliant and still make terrible decisions. You can have a high IQ and still believe climate change is a hoax, and still fall for conspiracies, and still ruin relationships. IQ doesn't guarantee insight or perspective or growth. So what makes a genius? We imagine rare, godlike intellects. Einstein, Mozart, Newton. We think they were born different. But the truth is far more human and far more hopeful. Studies of great minds show their IQs weren't sky high. In fact, most clustered in the 115 to 130, range above average, yes, but not superhuman. So what made them great? Not just intellect, but passion, grit, repetition, obsession, practice. If high IQ doesn't create greatness, what does? Let's explore what scientists now call the 10-0-0-0-hour rule. Studies on elite performers from chess players to violinists reveal something powerful. It's not just about natural ability, it's about deliberate effort. Top violinists, for example, had logged 10,000+ hours of focused practice by the time they turned 20. Their less accomplished peers? Just a few thousand. Talent matters, but it's training that transforms it. So yes, Mozart and Einstein had gifts, but they also had obsession. Sacrifice, repetition, feedback, discipline. Genius is built, not bestowed. Let's take a real-life example. New York's Hunter College Elementary School accepted only the top 1% of IQ scorers. Their average IQ, 157, well into genius territory. And yet none of them became Nobel laureates. None won Pulitzers. None became world-changing icons. They lived successful, content lives, but not the kind their test scores predicted. Why? Because achievement isn't just about intelligence. It's about drive, vision, social skills, risk, grit. IQ is potential, not promise. So, what are the real ingredients of genius? Intrinsic motivation, consistent effort, curiosity, strategic thinking, purpose resilience, emotional regulation. It's not what's in your head, it's what you do with it. And what separates high performers from everyone else? Their willingness to struggle, fail, and improve long after others have given up. But wait, recent studies suggest that practice alone isn't everything. Only about 20% of high performance in sport or music is explained by training. Just 4% for academics. So what about the rest? It comes down to natural ability, general intelligence, emotional support. When you start and how you manage your memory. So yes, effort matters, but so do systems, environment, and timing. Let's be clear, IQ is still a powerful tool. It predicts academic success, some types of job performance, and even lifespan. But it's not destiny. IQ is like horsepower in a car. What matters more is whether you know where you're going and whether you can steer, because a fast engine doesn't matter if you crash at every turn. Ever heard of the idiocracy hypothesis? It suggests that as human life gets easier, we may be evolving less intelligence, not more. That as we remove obstacles and automate effort, we may lose the very pressures that once forged our minds. It's a controversial theory, but it raises an interesting question. Is intelligence still evolving, or are we outsourcing it? Let's flip the script. You don't need to be born extraordinary to do something extraordinary. You don't need a 150 IQ to lead, inspire, or build. Genius isn't what you have. It's what you do. Your greatest asset isn't your intellect. It's your initiative. You can train your mind. You can strengthen your habits. You can learn emotional control. You can build resilience. Every day is a chance to shape your future. So, why doesn't a high IQ make you a genius? Because genius is bigger than logic. It's more than speed. It's more than scores. It's creativity, courage, consistency. The next time someone praises your intelligence, remember, use it, sharpen it, expand it. But don't be defined by it. You are not your IQ. You are your actions. And that is your superpower. If this resonated with you, subscribe to Bright Discovery, where we explore the truth behind what your brain can really do. Until next time, stay curious, stay humble, and keep discovering.